Now we have interpretation. Okay, so interpretation means how we can execute the pig scripts. Okay, what it validated. So how pig interpreted the thing whatever we have written in the form of scripts. So in general, the pig processes pig Latin statements as follows. So I told you pig uses its own language that is called pig Latin scripts. Okay, so first pig validates the syntax and semantics of all these statements. So this step we have already discussed. This step is performed by the parser. Okay, next, if pig encounters a dump or store, pig will execute the statement. So I told you pig basically internally create the DAG, that is called directed acyclic graph. So here pig store whatever steps we have written, it is store all the steps in memory. Pig does not execute or any of these statements until we perform the action. So action means either we store the data into the output directory, or we can see the output on the console with the help of dump command. So we have dump command to see the output on the console, or we have store command to store the output into the SDFS. Okay, so what is the pig Latin scripts? So here we can see, so here you can see a equals to, so a is nothing but the relation name, or you can understand by steps. So this is our first step, and we have given the name to this step is a. So load student, here student means student dot, you can assume student dot txt. That's the input file. So load student file using pig storage. So pig storage is a function which basically used to load the text file, flat file. So here you can assume we have one text file called student.txt. Okay, and in that file we have three fields: name, age, and GPA. Okay, so what we are doing, a equals to load student file using pig storage as name. The type of this name will be string. So in pig we have char. Okay, so to represent any string type we use char. Age will be integer number, so it will be int. GPA will be a decimal, precision and a scale value, so it will be a float. Okay, so this is the pig Latin script to load the data into the relation. So this, once we execute this script, so data will get loaded into the relation, and the relation name is a. So we can say data will get loaded into the a. Okay, and we have only three values: name, age, and GPA. And suppose if we don't provide the alias here, if we don't provide the name, age, and GPA, the alias which we have given here, name, char array, age, int, GPA, float, then this script will not give us error. Okay, instead we need to get the column with the help of index. So name we can access by $0, age we can access by $1, and GPA we can access by $2. So 0 will point to name, 1 index will point to age, and 2 index will point to GPA, and $, is a syntax. Okay, so it is recommended to provide alias always, because otherwise it will be confusing. If you have 3 columns in the file, then it is okay, but if you have 10-15 columns, then it will be a difficulty, while writing a pig Latin scripts. We may be confused, in which column, in which index we are fetching which column. Okay, so now you can see the second relation, b equals to for each a. So now I told you all the relations are interdependent, so b is not dependent on a. So in the first relation we loaded the file into the a. Now in the second relation, what we are doing, for each a, okay, so whatever value we have in the a, for each a, generate name. So just what we are doing, we are just fetching only name. We don't need age and GPA. So for each A, generate name. It means whatever name we have in the A relation, generate all these names. And then what we did, dump B. Okay, it means we want to show the result on the console. Dump B, so it will show us the name John, Mary, Bill, Joe, and so on. Okay, so here we fire dump command. If we want to store the data into the SDFS as an output, so we can store it with the help of store command. So how we can write store command? Store relation, what we want to store. So here we want to store B. So store B into, and then we can provide the path in the SDFS. So it will store that the output of B relation, it will store on that location. Now here we can see few more simple examples. So here what we are doing in the relation A, we are loading input data. Input is a file as XYZ. XYZ we have given the alias. Okay. And now in the B relation, what we are doing, we are filtering A by X greater than 5. Okay. So whatever data we have loaded into the A relation, okay. So in the relation B, we are loading only those data from A for which X is greater than 5. And then we want to see the data on the console. So what we are doing, we are just firing dump command, dump B. Okay. Now, so in pig it is not like that. If we have fired dump command, so it means the execution is completed, and then we need to write both the relation again. If we want to perform any other logic on these relations, so we don't need to. We need to write all these relations again. So it doesn't like that. Okay. Though we have performed the action, but still relation A and relation B will be in the memory, will be stored as a DAG, directed acyclic graph. Okay. So then in this relation, what we are doing, we are generating only YZ from relation B. Okay. So here you can see only YZ from relation B, and then finally we are storing the output of C into the output folder in the SDFS. Okay. So we have another example. A equals to load input. So load data XYZ as XYZ into relation A. In the B, we are filtering those records by X greater than 5. Then we are storing into the output 1 directory. And then C, we are generating again only YZ column from B, and then we are storing into the output 2. So though we have performed action, but still all these relation whatever we have written before will be in the memory as a DAG. Okay, so we can use the same further. So there is one more important point what I wanted to convey you guys, like if page is only store data only for this particular session. So it means if suppose you logged in onto the grunt shell, you executed few Latin scripts, okay, and you have seen the data output on the console by using the dump command. But next time when you log in and you fire the dump command, you won't be able to see that output again. So you need to execute all these relations again from step 1 till dump. Okay, so pig stores only data only for that particular session. So that is why if you want to see that output forever, so instead of executing dump command, it's recommended is to use store command, and then you can store your output into the any location in the SDFS, and when you next time log in, you can directly go to that location and then you can see your output. Okay, interpretation is done. So more example you can find anywhere. Okay, so this is all about basics of pig. So we understood what is pig, what is the internal architecture, what happens when we write pig script, what is DAG, okay, what are the simple statements, how we can load data, how we can filter data, all these things. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next session. We'll see how we can set up the cloud and all these things, okay, in my next sessions.